Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being here with us today. I want to begin, first of all, by thanking you for some of the common sense regulatory reforms that you have made, and specifically the OSM guidance memo from the previous director, which ordered the agency staff to conduct a backdoor implementation of the stream buffer zone that had been nullified by the Congressional Review Act. That was the right thing to do from both pragmatic and legal perspectives, and I want to personally thank you for providing much-needed regulatory certainty in our country's mining communities. We certainly see that having good results in the state of West Virginia. I would also like to thank for your department's support and would like to hear your comments on ACE 2509, the National Park Restoration Act, which would use excess federal energy and mineral revenues to address our national parks maintenance backlogs. This legislation, I think, would go a good way in assisting with the renewal of our parks. We have one that's very special to me in Harper's Ferry, which in and of itself has $15 million in maintenance backlog. So I don't know if you'd like to comment on S 2509.
I do. I support the legislation. In the budget, it has the largest investment in the history of this country for park service, wildlife refuges. And you are correct. The idea is this: all energy on public lands, whether it's offshore or onshore. And it's different than LWCF. LWCF is only onshore or offshore, but it also doesn't affect any current programs. So it's net dollars going to Treasury after Go Mesa, right, after LWCF. You know, there's a number of revenue streams that get carved off, but it includes, what's different is it includes all energy on federal lands, and it's net dollars going into Treasury. Half of that would fold back and go into a parks, wildlife refuges, and Indian education infrastructure account.
Well, I'm hopeful we can move that, because when it was first brought to my attention from Senator Alexander, I think was leading the charge on that, it seemed like a good way to solve a very difficult and expensive issue. So thank you for your support on that. I'm just going to move along to an issue that's of concern to me in West Virginia. But I have repeatedly received assurance from Fish and Wildlife Service that the replacement of our Canaan Valley National Wildlife Refuge Visitor Center, which is falling down, has been the agency's highest priority in the Northeast region. During these conversations, I was informed that it would move to the top of the list once the one in front of it was completed. Well, that happened, but in your budget proposal, Canaan Valley was again leapfrogged and is again still #2 in the region, but is also separated by that new Northeast project by a full 14 spots on your whole national review. I've put into language in the FY18 Interior Appropriations how important this is. Senator Manchin, who's my counterpart, obviously, from West Virginia, we're both on board on this. We visited that. I'd just like some comment on that, and I want to have the assurance that this is still a top priority. I know it is for the Northeast. I've talked to the Fish and Wildlife folks there just recently, and any comments you might make on that would be appreciated.
It was brought to my attention on the project, and when we release our budget controls, you're going to be very happy.
Oh, well, enough said. I'll take that. Other than that, since I've gotten that answer, I think I know when to quit when I'm ahead. So thank you very much.